All right, man. Well, peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with another video, man. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall bless you all day. My bad, y'all. Just kind of just woke up. Yeah, it cried. But yeah, man, I just want to go into something real quick. Hopefully, yeah, we spread that love to each other, and yeah, man, the Most High in your house shall commands us. But two, I want to talk to talk to y'all about this because I was having this conversation with somebody just the other day. With actually a few, yeah, the other day, yesterday, and not yesterday, but for a few days now. I had this. It came up, but I think it's some words overused, and which is that's like trauma. Because honestly, like I get it. I mean, because if you look at the definition of trauma, like it's here's to it, man. Because I think a lot of times that and it kind of this actually relates back to what the video did about don't put anybody above what is written, man. So imagine that. Well, I'm gonna get into that later, man. But like for me, traumas, man, like real trauma is not just like you just getting disappointed or you put too much stock in people or you just put too much um expectations in let me see. Yeah, exactly. Expectations of people. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Yeah, like yeah, it's pretty much saying you like yeah, man, yeah, actually, yeah, it's pretty much you putting too much expectations in people, man. I said that the other day about it, man, because trauma for me is just honestly like you witnessing somebody die or like somebody die in front of your eyes or getting shot or stabbed or whatever, almost then losing your life, the car accident, violent death or something else, or being raped, sex molested, or abandoned, not loved, or an orphanage, or some things of that nature. That's actually trauma, or even kind of verbally abused, like to the like that. Yeah, that can bring that like highly, but not saying like I can't, uh yeah, man, like like pretty much, man. So that's what that is, man. So that's what real trauma is to me, because I feel like that is that's word is kind of overused now, and this is like not, because like somebody told you like okay, like your mom, what did I say right here? Mom told me like like your parents or whoever guardian who's your guardian over you told you couldn't do something, or you didn't like the way that they did something, or like you didn't really they didn't like this there's certain things. Cause I mean personally, I do have similar like I do have some traumas in my life, but I don't really have too many because that's why I always go to limitations or not limitations or like all I can say could be worse. Like yeah, what the living man can do but complain, man. Because people got wait. I had a lot. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations in my life, but and I'm pretty sure most of y'all brothers and sisters have stories, know people, stuff like that went through way worse things, than that or things of that nature, man. Because but it's just like certain things that that kind of shape you and the way you think. But I mean, I want to say like just traumas, man. Those is really like even certain army veterans, something like that had trauma. Actually, even like us, Jake, in the different areas that we live in, like in the stuff that we see, like crack epidemic, that can bring trauma. That or like parents or things of that nature. But now I think like certain things aren't like trauma. Like now it's just like different. Most of it, yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, most of it is just disappointment. Yeah, different like yeah, like I said, disappointment for putting too much of stuff in people. So yeah, let me get this. Um. Oh my gosh, what that mom told me? Told me I like. Okay, I can't. I'm trying to figure out what I wrote there. I'm trying to figure out what I meant there. I forgot it. Anyway, let me get this. This kind of tie into what is written. Don't put above things what is written, but um, yeah, because I think that word is overused now. Sometimes you didn't like get what you want or just didn't things. Yeah, that's not really trauma. If he's this is me, but let's get First Corinthians chapter 4 verse 6. Um, it says First Corinthians chapter 4 verse 6. It says, and these things, brethren, I transferred myself into Apollos for your sake, that you may learn not in us not to think of men above that which is written, that no one of you could be puffed up for one against another. I'm gonna read this again. And for these things, brother, I put you transferred to myself and to Apollos for your sakes, that you may learn not in us not to think men above which is written, and that no one is puffed up for one against another. Too, man. Yeah, man. So don't put even in this walk, even in this knowledge, even in this faith. Don't put even in this word, don't put anybody above what is written, man. So don't put anybody above what's written, man. So seriously, like that's even this, because I actually too, I'm about to say that to aside too, because I'm about to get to First John, because if we did, if this is for believers, man, imagine for this in the world, because this is kind of for both. This is for both. This is for I'm saying this for both people, like those in the word and those not with the word, but those in the word, like that's kind of like kind of has advantage per se, but don't get too. Let me say it too, like because we know what the things to look out for. This is our spiritual awareness right here. This is what the Most High, like Yahushua gave us, man. This is for our comfort. This is for our learning. But but also too, man. Don't think even though like you can still go through some traumatic in this word. Like I went yesterday, like some you could pass away, or of course like even in this, like I said, or some traumatic. Well, not saying because that'd be that's trauma for that's going to something else, but or something traumatic can happen to you while in the word, man. It could kind of shape shape the rest of your life too, even in the word. So and that has happened before, man. Look at David's life. Look at Yahushua's life. Look at a lot of our forefathers' life. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so don't think that. And also too, man, it's yeah, man. So yeah, imagine that. But let me go to First John real quick, man, because I say that to say because I just mentioned that. Because then I'm gonna get this and Oh my gosh, what did I say? Mom told me I I can't make mistake. I forgot what that point was being made, but yeah. Anyway, because I just woke up. In First John chapter 4 verse 4, ye are of Yahweh, little children, have overcome them, but because the greater that because Yahushua is about to, John's about to bring out the point like I just made. Ye are, First John 4 and chapter 4. It says, ye are of Yahweh, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So yeah, man, greater than you here than in the world. Greater than you doing with something like, since we doing this, like I say this because it's even for people our brothers and sisters out in the world. That's like outside the word, outside the knowledge, outside the faith, outside the knowledge. But yeah, man, it's even for them too. Like y'all, if y'all feel like sharing this with them as well, but not to put anybody too much expectations in people, because people are going. My shout out to my brother, man, because he always said people are going to be people, man. But honestly, though, yeah, man. But imagine how if now Paul's saying this like to believers, most High saying this to believers, man. So how much is it that regular people won't deal with that, man? Because regular people won't deal, because there is not a lot of spiritual guidance stuff like that. You could be mentally strong too, like that. But it's like when you don't have the Most High, your house try spiritually guiding you, yeah, man. So and how many people that's gonna put expectations of people, and that could actually lead in trauma. That can lead into you putting things above people that what's real. Even still, I had to remember that too. Like but that's how even trauma starts to putting people putting too much expectations on people, man. And it's different too, cause like that could bring trauma too, man. I say that too, cause like that's why one of my favorite artists ever, DMX. His story was like his story was always because him and my dad actually have a similar story, but like him, like it's pretty much somebody he looked up to, like older brother laced him with they were smoking weed one time, and that kind of shaved, that kind of traumatic, that was traumatic for the rest of his life, and that's what kind of started him on drugs. Now that can kind of like damn, and he always said damn, I looked up to him and stuff like that, things of that nature, and a similar thing happened to my pop whatever, but also too like that could like that can I think that can bring trauma too, not like um things of that nature that can bring. I'll throw that in there too, like that could like somebody lacing you with something, or or you being set up, or things that betrayed. So yeah, man, that can bring like trauma too, but that's ties it to don't put anything above people above what is written, because like if the words going into this, if the Most High, if the Most High is telling us like about this with people in the Word, people in the faith and whatever amongst the believers, it's how much more, like you said, that's what said, better than you and he in the world. How much more than 1,000 than people in the world need to understand that too, man. So it's just like, but yeah, man, I think the word trauma is just overused, man, because it's just like that ain't like, because I was talking with a sister the other day, like she was kind of mentioned like something about me, like it's I suffer with this. I think I have to touch on this Lord's will, because I'm a middle child, and I did suffer. I think throughout my life. It's not for everybody, but I did suffer from like I believe it's a thing like middle child syndrome, stuff like that. And she it was something like that, or because my older brother, like he's very extrovert, or he was very like he had a lot of people like because he's he's very talented, and he's I don't know, people just naturally gravitate towards him, even to this day throughout my life. And then when I was younger, I used to like I kind of live comparatively, stuff like that, and that's all dangerous. That's what Sirach says, don't let the praise of another man be of your fall. I'm roughly paraphrasing, but yeah, I went through that. And she's like, oh, I know, did that bring you some traumas in your, was that like traumatic for you in life? I was like, yeah, that shaped it, like, because honestly, I think that middle child syndrome was a thing. That's kind of thing I believe I had to do that later at Lord's will, but no, I think Absalom was a middle child, that was but I believe so, but also too a lot, but that's another topic. But I would say that no, that wasn't really like a trauma thing. I don't view that as trauma, because she mentioned that. I was like, no, it was just something that it changes the way I think. It changed the way yeah, my outlook on myself, and changed the way I think. But even though I talked to one of the brothers Discord, he's a middle child, he didn't really go through that. So it happens. It's very prevalent, but it's really more on the individual too as well. So it's kind of a balanced thing, but also too but I've been robbed before, like home invasion. That was something like that was traumatic for me, and bribe jump and all other types of things that happened. So that was that was actually trauma for me, but I think a lot of things aren't traumas. Like there's a lot of overused words. Like use trauma, use the words very loosely. Like it's very loosely. Because if you look up the word trauma, it's just like it does want to send them just disappointment and things of that nature. But it's different tiers too. Because when I think trauma, I think of what I mentioned, like raped, or seeing somebody murdered, loved one dying in your hands, or seeing somebody take their last breath. Being robbed, being somebody lacing you with drugs, or sexually abused, or being parents disowning you, or parents like abandonment, or things of that nature, sex, like or just all types of stuff, or seeing your parents on drugs, or you seeing all types of other things. Even sometimes people with people that have been to war, they have different certain traumas like the PTSD or like even the like different things. That's why I view as traumas. These other things like being I think people just put too much expectations on people because people can't put too many expectations on people on flesh and blood, man. Because that's the flesh. That's just flesh at the end of the day, man. That's just earth and ashes and flesh at the end of the day. Can't too like that's why I read that James 5:7 the 17 because I mean, these were holy men, but they still, at the end of the day, these were regular people. That's why when we read the scriptures, we gotta remember these were regular people as well. That's what Paul said. Listen, like don't put anybody above what you're doing, because listen, anything that's like you're not more powerful than this. You can anything that can happen. Shoot, Solomon, the second wisest man to ever live. You see how he even fell, man. So there's a lot of them, like so like. How much more can we do that, man? So don't put anybody above what you're in. That's even amongst believers. But imagine people outside, outside the word, outside the faith, outside, the knowledge, to not, do that, man. So, yeah, that's why it said that in 1 John 4:4, Brandon, you a heathen in the world, because this is kind of giving a reminder. I mean, you could kind of learn that in the, you could kind of learn that, but you won't fully grasp because you put the actually, you know what? Damn. Let me get this too. Because I read I read Proverbs 27 the other day. Even though there's not, I like to read the books of wisdom of the day. Even though there's not like 31 Psalms, but I just was reading Psalms today. And it's 27 today. Also too, I was reading Sirach. Ironically enough, I was actually on Sirach 7:27, Ecclesiastes 27 today. I was actually there, so it's crazy. I was kind of looking at both, but this is Psalm chapter 27. It says, because I say that to say that, man, because don't bone too much. Even David said this man. Yeah, how Shah did, but but I get it. Yeah. I was reading because I looked at it today. Psalm chapter 27. He said, 27:10. When my father and mother forsake me, then the Lord then the Lord will take me up. So yeah, man. So yeah, don't put anybody above which is written. And this ties into what Yahushua taught as well. What in Luke 14 and or was it 26 when they said many Yeah, so don't put anybody above what is written, man. But I know it's talking about trauma, but I think that just lines up with Luke 14:26. He says, yeah, many shall your father and mother will turn you over for the yeah, man, and then this lines up with Hebrews 12:9 as well. But yeah. This Luke 12. I'm thinking of something else in Luke, but yeah, it says if any man come and hate not. Yeah, this is pretty much saying your house man's foes shall be in his own household, man. So that's what kind of is going up to. So yeah, man, don't even that's going basically don't put too much expectations on people, man, because even during that time, when the height of Jacob's trouble hit, man, persecution, for the word's sake, man, that's gonna happen, man. But remember Hebrews 29, what David said, or don't put anybody above what is written, or just even now, even this in general, man. Like that's what happens, man. So they'll kill always the Most High, he's like Brother Chronicles of Jewish said, the Most High, the Most High Yahushua first, because they're the only entities that will never change, man. People won't change. Even when we just read that, listen, my mother, father forsaken me, then the Lord will take me up, man. He said, I change not, So yeah, man. So that, like Malachi says, but anyway, man, that's really what with trauma and stuff like that. That's what that's really going into, man. So hopefully it's edifying, man. So yeah, I'm about to probably dip out of here, man. So peace.